Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Terminus Hexatron Continuum. This is going to be kind of a brief look. I wish I had the original one still to compare the two, but I actually sold the original one to buy this one, so yeah. Let's move him out of the way real quick. Take a look at the packaging, which actually is a really cool packaging. We got some great artwork going on here. I actually really like stuff like this. You know, sometimes packaging is plain or just product shot. This is actually pretty cool looking. I like that. Starry landscape. On the back here we got, you can see the different modes that he has. Stuff. Other stuff. More stuff. And then, but that's not where the packaging ends, because that's actually just a protecting box for the true packaging. The true packaging is this clear box right here. Now this also had a clear plastic sleeve that was stuck to it that you had to peel off to take a look at it. So it's actually really nice packaging. They really took their time on this. So we got info, we got product shot, Continuum reformatted, more stuff. And then on the inside, we do have an instruction booklet, which is actually just hard cardboard, and it's just one page, or one. You just open it up, and this is what you got. The previous one had like a comic book, and it was a few pages long. This gets everything in 2 pages, so. Which is real nice. And then it does come with the collector card here. That we haven't really seen before. Get this out of the way. So it's one of those few packages that I actually would say I actually would not mind too much displaying him in this box. I'm not going to, but you know, if of all the packaging I've ever had, that's one of the few that I would say, okay, you know what, I could display him in the box. So here he is in his robot mode. I'm not going to go through transformation because I've already done the transformation and it's a big pain in the ass. What I am going to do is I'm just going to point out some differences between this one and the original one. Primarily the paint apps. Okay, so first off, he does not come with the swords. He's still got the sheaths for the swords. I kind of would have preferred if they would have cut these off for this version, because that was always kind of one of the more irritating things about his transformation, is you have to get these things on in just the right way. But, you know, whatever. He also comes with different molded guns. So again, I mean, I do apologize I don't have the original one to compare the two, but like I said, I had to sell the original one to get this one. Anyway, so here's the guns. New mold on these, and they are chromed out from the get-go. The original one, as if you guys remember, because the handles actually had flat sides, when you'd plug them into the hand, if it wasn't right, it would pop out. These are rounded, and they're chromed, so they fit in there perfectly. No issues whatsoever. So the guns are definitely an improvement from the original release. Now, what else we got here? So the gray plastic, the light gray plastic's the same, and the dark gray plastic's the same as the original one. I don't see any difference there. Now, these wings here are a different color, because in the original release, these were the same color as this. So this is like almost a light gray, like a ghost gray, with like almost like a tint of blue to them. Really nice. I really like these this colors, but it just doesn't match. He also has different wings here. The original one had longer ones that were kind of pointed, and I actually, on the original one, I like to fold them up, and they were kind of angled down so they wouldn't hinder his face. These ones you can't. These ones you have to have out like this. I had folded those ones up so it didn't hinder the arm posability, but I guess I can't do that with this one. So these kind of stay out of the way, but still, I mean, they still kind of get in the way. But I think that's more of a flaw in the overall design of the character, not the figure. So he's got the new wings, lots of paint detail in there, real nice looking. It almost looks like a sticker, to be honest, but it's not. It's just a really good paint job. He has a new head. This one's not quite as rounded as the old one. It's more squared off. It's got some really nice gold or chromed eyes. I don't know if, I don't know how well that's coming off. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. Really nice chromed eyes. Like I said, different head sculpt. It's more flatted on the sides rather than rounded. Much more reminiscent of his brief appearance in the G1 cartoon, from what I remember. What else? Okay. Another obvious difference is these wheel wells right here. They used to be able to pull out and become little ninja stars. These do not come out. These are one piece, or if they're not one piece, then they're just permanently in there. They will not come out, but it's just nice chromed piece right there. So that's real nice. All the wheels are like that now, so these ones are just chromed up. Alright, now let's talk about the green paint here. On the surface, when I first pulled them out, and I don't know how well this is coming off, I thought, oh, well, it's just the same green paint. Everyone said it was different. It's not. It's really hard to explain. This is a really nice, high-quality paint. It has this really nice gloss finish to it. The best way I can describe this paint, and it's the same with the purple paint on his legs. It's got this coating over it that just makes it smooth. Like here, you can see, maybe you can see that this is not coated in that. On the outside, it is. And you see how the light reflects on it. This is just such a high quality paint that they got on this thing. And the best way to describe it is like look at the paint that's on die cast, or I would even kind of go as far as to say look at the paint on a brand new car. And just run your fingers across and feel that smoothness of that paint. That's what this feels like. This is just gorgeous paint. It is great. Yeah, I'm just thoroughly impressed with it. So yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to go through Transformation, and I do apologize I don't have the original one to compare it to. But yeah, I mean, I played with the original one enough to know the differences just looking at them right out of the box. And I've got to say, unlike the Unique Toys Mania King, where I said, well, they're kind of equal, and you can't go wrong with either one. And I just kind of said, there's not one that's really better than the other, and it doesn't justify buying the second version just for the repaint. This one, I gotta say, it is worth all of that. He is better than the original one in many ways. And that's with less accessories. This guy is just absolutely stunning. Just playing with him and having him out of the box. The box itself is just gorgeous. And you don't hear me say stuff like that very often. Typically, I toss them away right after I'm done reviewing the figure. And he just screams awesome. I thoroughly enjoy this figure. I really do. I have to say, if you guys do not own a Hexatron, pick this guy up while you can, because this guy's going to go fast. And if you guys do own the original Hexatron, you might want to strongly consider buying this one too. Maybe sell the original one if you can, or if you have to. But I do recommend this guy better than the first one. And the first one had more accessories. This guy has less, but the paint quality and just everything about him just makes the original version seem like he's incomplete. And this guy is not like that at all. He is definitely a complete figure. So, just in case nobody knew this, we'll do some size comparison. Here he is with the Seeker mold. And, honestly, this kind of works for him, because he was such a big bot. It kind of works. That's really pushing it, though, to be honest. It is really pushing it, but I don't have any other options for a 6-shot, so... here he is next to the Springer. This works pretty well because he is supposed to be a big bot. Here he is with the iGear Seeker mold, who I am going to be retiring soon. But I think this works fairly well. He definitely works better with the larger classics. And here he is with the Masterpiece car. Again, I think this works pretty well. I don't have an MP10 to compare him to anymore, but I do think this guy works in a classics line, like the larger classics, better than it does the smaller classics. Smaller classics, he might be just a hair too big. And in Masterpiece lines, he might be a hair too small, because he was bigger than Galvatron and Cyclonus, so he was definitely a big boy. So he's going in my Classics collection. So, I mean, I honestly don't see any reason why not to. This is one of those figures that I recommend buying and shoehorning into your collection one way or another. Yeah, you're gonna want to find a way. And also, I guess, I'm not showing off transformation, but head is on a ball joint, so it gets rockers side to side all the way around. Good mobility there. Arms swivel in and out. In and out. There's a swivel at the bicep, bends at the elbow. Swivel at the forearm. Hand is on a ball joint. Each one of the fingers, the thumb is on a ball joint, and each one of the fingers can swivel in one spot. waist, if you pull this piece down, the waist will rotate. Just kind of have to keep that out of the way. It does fold up there nicely to clean up that back kibble. Ratchets at the hip. In and out ratchets. Thigh swivel. Ratcheted knee. Foot. Soft ratchet. In and out. Side to side. So yeah, all in all, you know, I mean, as much as I love, you know, I was never a huge fan of 6-shot either, to be completely honest. But as much as I love the Feral Rex, I honestly have to say this is by far Mastermind Creations' best figure. If you like Mastermind Creations, you need to have one of these in your collection. It's a must. You have to have this figure. And this is the definitive version of him, in my opinion. It doesn't get much better than this guy. He's absolutely gorgeous. He looks awesome. He feels like a high-end figure. Feels like a masterpiece with the paint quality. Just absolutely stunning design, and everything about him is just great. I can't gush over this figure enough. I really do think this is one of the best third-party figures out there. And it's like I love my Predacons, and I love my Unique Toys Galvatron. You know, I'm having a really hard time sitting here thinking of a better third-party figure for classics anyway. I mean, obviously Fans Toys will give it a run for its money with anything they make. But this guy just, like I said, he feels finished now. And it's like, and the original Hexatron was so good that it's hard for me to sit here and say that one didn't feel finished, because he did. This guy just feels more finished. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to give him, obviously I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. I think he's great. And like I said, I do recommend picking this guy up, even if you already have the original version. It makes me want to go buy the Shadow Emissary version and rebuy the original one, just so that I can have a small army of 6-shots. But yeah, there you go. Hexatron, Continuum, yeah. And I will be keeping his box.